Okay, we should be live. We should be live. Good morning. Welcome along. It is the Classic Tape Archives, and we are going back in time, unearthing some hidden gems I have in my collection and sharing them with you. So this is the second live show that I'm doing, broadcasting on pressureradio.com. I will jump into the chat room very quickly and say hi to anyone that's listening live. And I'm also broadcasting over on YouTube if you want to stick it up on the TV. I'm only doing this introduction very briefly on the camera. Once I've done that, I will be turning the camera off and letting the music do all of the work. This morning we go back to 1995, and this is really weird. I just went live on Facebook to give a little preview of what we were going to experience today, and I said we have DJ Teji, the garage guru, and believe it or not, Ravinder Teji was actually watching on Facebook. He's like, that's me. He confirms this is a recording from 1995. And I can't actually see if this is a 90-minute cassette or a 60-minute cassette, so we'll just have to wait and see. I do have other tapes to continue with when this finishes. One thing I will say, last week I shared a tape from Mr. Paul Moran from 1991, which was mellow-ish, and then I shared a tape from Groove Rider which was pretty banging, and I realized now that it's a bit early in the day for that kind of music. Since then, someone sent me a message in my inbox and said, by the way, Andy, you may want to check out this link, and I believe I can show you this link now on YouTube. This won't mean anything to anybody who's listening to the audio only. However, there is a link that I can share on my blog, on my website, and it includes all of these pre-recorded tapes. As you can see, just scrolling down the list, different mixes between 89 and 1992 from Scotland and the northeast of England, 808 State, Adamski, Amnesia House, different DJs. So, for example, if I click on Amnesia House, I can't actually click on Amnesia House. Let me just change something here. If I click on Amnesia House, then that will open up a whole list of other DJs. Ratty, Sasha, Mickey Finn, Alternate Live, Carl Cox, so many Carl Coxes, Daz Willett, so many of those, Doc Scotts, etc, etc, etc. So I will include that link on my blog if you are a big fan of early rave tapes. That is definitely something that's going to keep you entertained for months on end. So I need to take this off and get ready for today's tape. What I'm going to do is say hi from time to time to one or two people inside the Pressure chat room, and after I have finished the show, I am recording this separately, so if you love what you hear, you will be able to download or listen on Mixcloud without my voice spoiling it. It may already be available online. I'll confirm that with Teji at some point in the Pressure Lounge. Okay, so let me click a button and go over to Pressure and say good morning to Danny Wood. Never too early in the day for some rave, indeed. So Danny, you're going to be more than familiar with Teji, as are many of the Southport Weekender crew, many of the boys and girls from the legendary Southport Weekender Forum. So I am now happy to transport you back to Ravinder Teji, 1995. Quality, timeless music, taking you back to 1995. If you're recently listening on Pressure Radio, yours truly, Andy Ward, with a brand new addition to your Thursday mornings, the Classic Tape Archives. You're currently listening to the sounds of Bedford, DJ Teji, the garage guru, as I'm sure he wouldn't mind me quoting as written on the tape. Also has a Bedford telephone number, unless I'm mistaken, 01234, and then I've marked out the rest of the number for when I was showing that on the camera. As I did say, quality, timeless music, and when this show has finished, I will be brightening up the tape ever so slightly, editing it together as one complete MP3, and you'll be able to listen back and keep this for your own archives. Thank you for listening. It's a pleasure to have your company. I did actually forget to say a big shout out and lots of love and kisses to the Groove Junkie Diva, aka Carol Gold. I hope you're taking it nice and easy, my dear. Don't let this music give you a heart attack now.
Aside, this life comes, set the things straight. Just take it easy. The people need power. People need power.
So it looks like this is actually a 60-minute tape as we get to the end of side one. Anybody listening live on Pressure Radio, good morning to you. Andy Ward with the Classic Tape Archives. We are currently in 1995 listening to DJ Teji, the Garage Guru. Getting a lot of love for people watching this live, and I'm sure everybody coming back and checking out the recording on YouTube, do me a favour, click the subscribe, leave a comment, let Teji know how much you've enjoyed this tape. Just turning it over. Got myself an old tape deck. I've looked into getting a newer tape deck and it's going to run into a few £100, and I'm thinking, nah, do I really need to do that? It'll switch over it automatically. I can't actually rewind on this tape deck as well. I have to turn it over, press fast forward and then turn it back. I don't know. Maybe I'll persuade myself to invest. If the show gets a lot of traction, I think I will invest in a brand new tape deck. But everyone is saying they're loving how crisp this tape sounds. They're loving the quality. One or two comments about how it sounds a little bit pitched up. It doesn't sound that fast to me, if I'm honest. Sounds perfect club tempo. And I've got to say, Teji, I'm impressed at how tight the mixing was. I always state how proud of my own mixing ability back then on vinyl I was, and it goes without saying that not one dodgy mix throughout that first side. I will repeat again, On my laptop behind me, I'm coming from the mixer. So my setup, let me tell you, I've got it set up. I've got a tape deck here that is on my desk. I'm not going to try and show it to you because it will mess around with my camera. I've got a tape deck that goes over to my mixer. From my mixer, I'm going into my laptop, which is recording the raw recording. Also from the mixer, I'm coming over to this desk where I'm sat. Going into a Wave XLR audio interface, which allows me to set all of my levels. I have a dip on the microphone when I want to talk. It dips the music, so on and so forth. Lots of technical bits and pieces. If anybody needs any help with their live streaming, I'm more than happy to provide that for you. Carol says, it's the perfect club tempo to me. Where's it gone? Everyone was dancing and prancing and gurning at that time. I missed that era. 95, yeah, I suppose there were a lot of people gurning. So I did start to say, because I'm coming directly from the mixer into the laptop, I am able to edit the two sides of the tape together. It won't have any of the interruptions that I feel compelled to make during the recording. So you'll get to listen to this in your entirety. Teji has confirmed this is actually the first time he's listening to this tape since 1995. So I'm absolutely over the moon to have kept this in my arsenal, and I'm proud to be able to share it with you. So here we go. We are going to go now to side 2 of DJ Teji from 1995. And then where's that gone? I went into my cupboard where all the other tapes are kept, and I thought, wow, how am I going to finish this? How am I going to continue after Teji? This is so good. This is so tight. And then I found this. Anybody that knows good soulful house music knows the name Adam Turner. I've got a 90-minute tape here that I'm going to continue with after this second side from Teji. So let's get back to it, shall we? Thanks for being here, guys. Let me have a look and see if there's anyone on pressure. Yoko shouts out to Matt, says, top tunes. Indeed. Timeless classics. That's what separates good DJs from average DJs. We play music that stands the test of time. Although saying that, I have shared one or two questionable tunes on some of my tapes back in the day. Right, enough from me. Let's get back to Teji. Gotta give a shout out to all the Spotify crew. I'm sure going crazy all the way through this tape. This record sounds very much like Giovanotti. Am I correct, Teji? L'Ombelico del Mondo sounds incredibly like that. It's if it's not a different mix of that, then it's definitely someone using that remix and just making a new tune out of it. I did say Spotify, didn't I? I meant Shazam, of course.
watch you all night long. The way you move, you move, you move, you move, you move your body. Make me say, ooh, 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 ooh. Make me say, make me say. Make me feel so good, feel so good. The way you walk, the sexy way you talk. Sounds so good to me, good to me. From head to toe, all over. Keep me coming back from home. Oh yeah. I need you. You need me. I need you. Together forever. Yeah. You know, girl. Oh yeah. No woman in the world makes me feel the way you do. 'Cause your love is true and true. Make me feel, make me sing, feel, make me feel good all over, all over. Together forever. You and me, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you do. Make sweet love to me all night long, all over the floor. Keep me coming back for more. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, hey.
Let's get close, closer.
As we come to the end of that 60-minute tape, you have just been listening to DJ Teji, the Garage Guru, or the Garage Guru, as I would probably say, in 1995. Music you would have definitely heard at the Ministry of Sound, music you 100% would have heard on a Saturday night down in Barumba for Garage City. Gotta give a lot of love to Teji. It was incredible to have you with me listening live to that. Now I'm just going to get this next tape to the end. I just got to fast forward it because I hadn't prepared it beforehand. Hi to everybody with me live on Pressure Radio. Good morning. I am also live on youtube.com/DJ Andy Ward. The time here in Spain is 11 minutes after 11 o'clock. And I send shouts out all the way down under to Mr. Richie Haynes, who will be taking over the stream on Pressure from me in 50 minutes and counting. Now I've put the main camera on, in case you happen to be seeing this for the first time. And you can see behind me, I have 1 or 2 pieces of vinyl myself. If you enjoy the sounds of DJ Teji, then you may be interested to check out my Vocal Booth radio show, which is every Sunday at 4 p.m. UK time. I play music pretty much identical to that throughout. Where's the case for this gun? Here it is. Right. I'm going to share a little bit of this now. 50 minutes before we hand over to Richie Haynes, but I will also be recording this in its entirety and sharing it digitally for you. Mr. Adam Turner, quick insight into Adam. When I worked on Choice FM, Galaxy FM, I had a Friday night show and a Sunday afternoon show. Adam Turner sent me in a tape and said, "Hi, this is a tape of mine." I think he was 17 or 18 at the time. Young guy, love what you do. Take a listen. I listened to his tape. I was very impressed. I took Adam underneath my wings, and he rapidly has become, I say rapidly has become, we're talking 25 years later. He is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most underrated DJs the UK has to offer. I've had him play for me at many of my events up and down the country, over here in Spain as well. And I'm going to share this tape with you now. Mr. Adam Turner. Adam, when you watch this back, love you, brother. Very proud of you and all you've achieved. Hi again to everyone that's with me. And please don't forget, if you're checking out the video on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. So here we go. 45 minutes of Mr. Adam Turner. Let's do this.
You can do it, baby. You can do it, baby. Yeah. You can do it, baby. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got rhythm. I got rhythm too. Mm-hmm. You know you got rhythm, I've got
actually looking at this tape cassette that I've got here that says Adam Turner US Grooves, and the first track that he's listed is Danny Tenaglia featuring Sevin Fisher. This isn't Danny Tenaglia, so I've actually got no idea what this tape is. Maybe it's one of mine. I'll let you know after the end of this record, the way it mixes in. It may be a mystery, who knows. Shouts out and welcome to Pax watching us on YouTube. How are you, my man? Nice to have you here. Hope you're happy to see your logo on rotation on the screen. Respect for the support as always. Okay, so that little mix there gives me clarification. This isn't Adam Turner. My complete apologies. The tape is in the incorrect cassette case. This is actually yours truly, Andy Ward. I've no idea what the tape is, but I do know it's myself because I always remember doing the mix from the Masters at Work and George Benson going into this Kenlu Through the Skies. It's going to be interesting to listen to this tape and hear what comes next. I'd say, putting a year onto this, it's 99% certain that it's 1997. The Groove Junkie Diva is saying, oh, Soul Heaven. Yeah, I used to play this a lot at Soul Heaven, obviously 3 or 4 years after the track came out. We're talking about the George Benson, of course. And a funny story, I remember closing out the main room at the Ministry of Sound for Soul Heaven one week, and they said to me, oh, go on, everyone's loving it, put on one more. And I played that with like a 6-minute intro. They went absolutely crazy. Not in a good way. They went crazy at me in the booth. The management were like, come on, we need to close.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children be able to sing with new meaning, my country tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims' pride. mountainside. Let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the pervasive slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Listening to this, one of the things that springs to mind that amuses me is how different it sounds now 25 years after the fact. Brilliant music, but I wouldn't have put those two mixes together. I wouldn't have put those two records together in the same way now if I was to do that mix again. But it's always nice to hear the original thinkings back in the day. As you can tell, massive Masters at Work fanatic I always have been.
adventures will unfold when we find that spirit within to take us to places we dreamed of.
Good morning, Emily. Welcome along. Listening to a tape of my own. I didn't actually intend to play one of my own tapes today. Unfortunately, this tape was in a completely different tape pack, so it is what it is. Before this, we listened to a 60-minute recording of DJ Teji. It was really, really good, so I strongly recommend you go back and check out the recording on YouTube. And I'm not actually sure if you're subscribed to my podcasts, so you can check out any of the radio shows or recordings that you may miss. Okay, so that's the end of that side of the tape, 90-minute tape, and I had said earlier that I was going to finish at the top of the hour. I completely got my timings wrong. Because that first tape was only an hour, it threw me completely. I'm supposed to be on air for another hour, so I can flip this over and I can share with you the second side of the tape. It is, let me just forward that so it gets to the end. It is a recording of myself. This is something I would have done at my home back in 1997, 1998. I was living in a high-rise council flat. Actually, I'll tell a lie. 1997, I was living in a council high-rise flat, and then myself and Michelle bought our first house together. So I've no idea whether this would have been recorded in the flat or it would have been recorded in my brand new home. Either way, it's by the by. It's gold from the archives. It's something that I haven't listened to myself in a long time. It's music that we all know and love. Records that I share every week on the Vocal Booth radio show, but it's nice to sit and listen to it now. Carol Gold giving me some beautiful words of praise regarding the mixing. It's just other people's music put together as I used to do it back then. I tried my best to mix with the inspiration, copy the same kind of styles as Louis Vega and other people. Try my best, falling way short, and I can't play music like this and not give a big shout out to Patrick Smooth, who was also a huge influence for me back then. Anyway, we have 45 minutes left of this mix. Thank you for being here. Also, Carol, yes, I will be sure to edit this mix together, make it sound nice and fat for you, and I will put it out on my podcast. So that'll be there in the next few days. I now know why I haven't heard this tape in a long time. I'm very self-critical, and that mix there was just way too busy. So I probably didn't feel that this was a tape worthy of me sharing on the whole. But as I say, very self-critical myself. Back in the day, people used to go crazy for my tapes. So yeah, that's just me nitpicking. Brilliant music all the same. I have to apologise to Danny, also to Steve, aka Dipped in Deep, and to Richie. I had the pressure chat room open, but for some reason it hadn't scrolled down. So I didn't realise you were all there communicating with me. My apologies. I'm glad you're liking the vibes, guys. Yes, as I have cleared up, this is myself, 1997. Emily talking about her 1997 days. It would have been the Light Bar in Wolverhamptons, trying not to break her ankles in her high heels on the cobbles. Such an iconic building, such an iconic courtyard. As the years progressed, I would present my radio show live for my residency from the Light Bar on a Friday night. I wonder if you would have been there, Emily. Thinking back to 1997, I am going to be in Birmingham this weekend with Simon Schoolboy Phillips. Him and I are going to record an interview where I'll share some of my memories of early days, and I'll piece together what was going on around about that time. Classic memories, brilliant memories indeed. And listening back to these tunes, I say it time and time again on a Sunday, these are records I've been happily championing for the last 25 years. Many of them, when I come across them in the racks, I have to play them again, and they feature a lot in my sets as well. Just brilliant music, classic, timeless music, and I appreciate you either being here live to listen or checking out the podcast. One thing that I will say, listening back to this mix, that is very apparent to me. Back in 1997, I would have been obviously mixing on my Technics 1210s. I can't remember what mixer I had at the time, but in 1997, I did actually get burgled. They took all of my music equipment. They didn't touch any of my vinyl, fortunately, but they emptied out my entire flat of all of the electrical equipment, my mixer, my amps, my decks, my video player, my TV, everything like that. And then when I got the insurance money through, it was then that I purchased my first rotary Vestax mixer. I think it was a PMC 60, the gold one with the rotary faders. But up until that point, I was using fairly basic mixers, and I wouldn't have had individual bass EQs on each channel, and so I can tell that when I'm listening to the way that I was mixing now, back then, because sonically it isn't how I would do it now. But I just thought I'd point that out for you.
That's all I wanna do. Don't want nothing from you. Giving me everything I need. No, I don't wanna tell me and say, oh, thank you. Thank you. All of my life, you've been there. All of my days, you make me smile. Hey, oh, I just wanna thank you. My. All I wanna tell you, say all I wanna do is thank you. That's all. all night long, baby. Let's pull the covers up on us, baby. I want you and I need you, baby.
I think that may be the end of the tape. As I started, as I finished. Looking at the cassette, I'm a little bit disappointed with myself. It hasn't got all the way to the end, so I could have probably fitted another record on there. But as I started off with the George Benson, I finished off with the George Benson. Listening back to that, I am absolutely happy to have found that in the cupboard. 1997. Thank you for the kind words, Danny. He loved the tunes, said tune after tune. And it's important to remember that there's not a lot of tunes on there that we don't know and love and have heard so many times. But back in 1997, when I was doing my tapes, all of the music I was putting on here were brand spanking new promos. And so I would have been showcasing all of the new music, and there would have only been a handful of people who were playing tracks like that back at the time. So I'm going to fall slightly short of the top of the hour. On Pressure Radio, I'll hand you over to the auto DJ, but Mr. Richie Haynes will be taking over all the way from Australia. Thank you to everybody on the YouTube. This will continue on a weekly basis, and let's see what we're going to unearth next week. Don't forget, this weekend, I won't be doing the Vocal Booth Radio Show. I will be in Birmingham for the Powerhouse reunion. So this podcast will act as this week's show. So big love out to all the crew. Thank you, Carol. It's been beautiful chatting to you all the way through that mix. Thank you to Emily, to Teji, to everybody else that's passed through. Thank you all, guys. I'm out of here. Take care now.